Hello guys, welcome to this channel. This is Ghana Premier League Plus. As you are here, don't forget to like, share, and also subscribe. I'm going to delve into a little bit of things and something that happened over the weekend. You get to understand if you don't understand yourself. But before I delve into that, I have a fine lady here with me. I'll introduce her quickly and then you'll get straight into it. Hello, lady.
Hello, gentlemen.
Please, you are new here. Your face, this is your first time entering this studio, right?
Yeah.
Please, who are you? My people don't know you, so introduce yourself shortly to them.
Okay, so my name is Joycelyn and I am a reporter for Ghana Premier League Plus.
Oh, okay. So, just as we heard, that is interesting. So she has been very important from the beginning, from Kumasi, from everywhere. So she's doing some amazing job. So, Joycelyn, God bless you so much for all the things you do for us. You are in Accra now. What brings you there?
The MTN Cup final took place yesterday.
Okay, so you came to Accra just because of the MTN Cup.
Yeah.
And I hope the journey was worth it, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so yesterday we witnessed Kotoko winning their 10th MTN Cup title. Did you see yourself, or did you see that coming when you were in the first place traveling from Kumasi to Accra? Did they won their 10th? Did you see it coming when you were on the way coming to Accra? So Kotoko won their 10th MTN Cup title yesterday. Was it something you were expecting to see yesterday at the stadium?
Yes, I was, because even before the final, there were talks around that Kotoko will go to Africa and they will score golden kings by 2-1. So it was obvious.
So you got the correct score?
Yes, I got it. I got it. So it was obvious that Kotoko will win the MTN Cup. It was obvious.
Okay, so with what you saw on the pitch, I think I was keeping mine first so that you continue. The controversy or the topic from yesterday to this morning hasn't been the fact that we're witnessing good football, or hasn't been the fact that the organizers of International Cup did very good organization. Hasn't been the fact that we had some good advertising boards that we don't see in Ghana. It hasn't been the fact that despite the low affinity in Ghana football, yesterday it was a talk of time, even though they were playing club World Cups and others. It hasn't been a fact that once again Golden Cakes played good football that most people didn't know they could play. But the topic has been about the referee who officiated the game. To back to your balls, the referee officiated the game yesterday was referee Latif Adari, and he wasn't the one even supposed to referee the game. On GFS communique, the one who was supposed to referee the game was Salome Obles. And the center yesterday was not the one. What I heard was that yesterday, right before the start of the game, referee Salome Obles had a minor injury. He then had to pull out. So there was that quick substitution to bring in referee Latif Adari. And the other officiating officials were the ones who were supposed to be on the pitch yesterday. It's quite worrying. All these 4 or 5 referees on the pitch are FIFA or CAF accredited referees. And if CAF accredited referees should do this, what about we that we are YouTube accredited referees? And since they were not going to do the right thing, we are going to sit here as YouTube accredited referees and then do the right thing, right?
Yeah.
We will start off with the penalty. If you're in the shoes of the referee, would you have given that as a penalty?
No, I won't, because yesterday I've watched series of videos, like various angles, and I would say that it wasn't a penalty. Yes, I would say that it wasn't a penalty. Based on the videos that I watched with different angles, it wasn't a penalty, but it was at the end of the day awarded. So,
right. Jocelyn, to me, okay, I have different angles of this. It was a penalty to me, but it was not supposed to be awarded.
Why?
Yes, because Kwame Poku touched the ball in an angle that was supposed to go away from the goalkeeper. The stretched body of the goalkeeper impeded Kwame Poku from progressing with the ball. Okay. And then a defender from somewhere clattered into Kwame Poku. So even after him stepping off the goalkeeper, he was also clattered by another oncoming defender, that was Gripman. Okay. And that made the impact twice. But it was too light for me. So that's why I said, so in that case, it's a penalty. But if I were in the shoes of the center referee, I wouldn't have given that as a penalty. Because the occasions and everything changes. The decision or the controversy about the decision would have been different if it happened in a normal game. If it happened in a match day 10 Ghana Premier game, match day 5, match day 20. But because the talk of town, looking at the platform where it happens, and I understand that the reason why I don't bring usual referees to officiate final games is because of the caliber of game it is. It's because of the gravity of the kind of decisions you take. So that's why I bring in these top referees to officiate finals. And I believe if you're a top referee, you should have the balls enough, you should have the guts to take certain decisions. I believe it's Kotoko, and that alone is something to be a sort of pressure to you. But you being able to take such both decisions makes you that top referee. That's why in Ghana, most people talk about referee and Daniel Lai as the boldest referee in the country, and that's why he has gone on to carve to FIFA in a whole lot.
Okay.
If you are bold enough to take such decisions, I think that's what takes you there. But I'll be surprised because we listened to some of the players of Golden Kicks yesterday, even the goalkeeper was in the situation, saying he didn't touch him. He didn't touch him, but there was still a touch. What touch? No one touch, no, there was still a touch. You understand? And so if it was intentional or unintentional, still it happened.
Okay.
So it's not about whether he touched him or not. Was there contact? Yes, there was. There was. But the question is that did the contact deserve to be a penalty at that point? No. And it's not the beauty of the game. Because we are expecting the game to transcend to the extra time so that at the end of the day, the topic would be like, oh, there was a team called Golden Kicks. Money only got for extra time, even though got Beshri or money penalties for extra time. And our discussion would have been better than this. The discussion would have been because looking at some of the goals or some of the goals we witnessed yesterday, especially the one from the Bless again.
The free kick.
Yes, the free kick. And then another consider myself. Do you understand? Today, the topic and what I was going to talk about was how careless Mohamed Kamara was yesterday. Because it's a dead ball situation. And dead ball situation, if you know what is happening in front of you, you have the chance to be in your best position. But it's too opt to come in front. What is wrong with you? What was he thinking?
It was pressure.
Was he coming to be part of the people to help them or what? Like, you can't seem to understand that. As a goalkeeper for Kotoko, in a dead ball situation, you should know better. Come on. No, be at the show of ball and golden cake. It is bad. I'm not taking anything away from Bless, but then the goalkeeper was just careless about what was happening. Against Bichimosi, we are to Nini. We was not like to Nini another. I think that what has subsequently Kamara in subsequently you should really look at the kind of decisions it takes because this is just unacceptable. Unacceptable. So to me, I think
That was a penalty.
it was a penalty, but was not supposed to be given. As a referee, you know, continue. Thank you, but game now academia.
Yesterday at the stadium, how was the atmosphere?
Oh, the atmosphere was charged, and then what you saw last in Jennifer, probably this had its atmosphere because it involved Kotoko. Because last organization, everything was stopped. But the interest was quite now because it involved us at minor of Avatar. And this year, with what you saw yesterday, I just wish that every Jennifer final will have that Kotoko heart. Because if one of these clubs, or if you have even both of them in the final of the everything Cup, to be super in this country. So the atmosphere charged. We saw people standing, not even get somewhere to sit at the VIP area, and the center line was packed. It was there, I think, the scoreboard area and the opposite side of it, poetry, that we had some number of seats in between. But I think the atmosphere, this is the most charged, the chargest atmosphere I've seen at the University of Ghana Stadium after the African Games, and it was super by the people of Ghana.
Okay, so how was the performances of the Golden Kick players?
You see, it wasn't just the Golden Kicks players. It was something you could see the imprint of their head coach, Fifi Parker Hansen. Fifi Parker Hansen is one of the real game tacticians in this country, and he showed that yesterday. He showed that the left half of Kotoko, Patrick Siedu, would always love to join inverted to just progress the ball. Since there was Samba and then Team will go forward. So it will only Samba in that exposition. He'll drop his very tennis to the midfield, help and progress well from the back. But I realized that yes, when he drops back, there's no one really to cover that left back position. He then implanted one wing or one winger there. So when he comes, they try to press them, win the ball, balloon into the wings, and then it was an attack on Kotoko. So feedback, and especially in the first half, he showed he really came to play the ball. Or shows one man be Diagro. And I think since we a team now only coach, and you watched yesterday's game. I think there's someone that everybody should be considering. Maybe he might not really prefer to move into Ghana Premier League now because he's someone who loves to deal with kids, lesser known clubs. He loves to deal with people that they are nobody, and then he makes them somebody. So I'm doubting that even if a Ghana Premier League club approach him, he'll go. Maybe I think kind of a man, but then with what he wants to do here, I don't think. The Golden Kicks, they were solid from defense to attack. Their confidence was up there. Almost but then you saw from Golden Kicks yesterday that much as they are that club, they really came to play the final and they get into the final was never fluke.
Okay, so people are talking about Dacosta entry and Kumasi Asante Kotoko are interested in the player. So do you think that the player should move to Kumasi Asante Kotoko if the offer is good for both teams?
Dacosta, yes. Also Dacosta is one guy that I tried to talk about before them to the FA Cup.
Okay.
But something was like, no, wait for them to finish the FA Cup. Because, and now I get why I had to wait before them to the FA Cup or wait for the finals to be played so that people will get to see. So that I can't say hype. Because left footed attacking midfielder / right midfielder or winger, a very solid player. And then what Dacosta did for Golden Kicks yesterday was what Babaya was not able to do for Kotoko yesterday. Do you understand?
Explain further.
Okay, so Dacosta was playing 10, attacking the field, and that was the same position Babaya was playing yesterday. The ability of Dacosta to draw back, receive the ball, take on 1 or 2 players, play defense splitting passes, control the tempo of the game up front, was what Babaya was not able to do yesterday. What Dacosta showed was what Babaya showed before he moved to Kotoko. Okay, but he has failed to make a replica of that. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but then what we knew him to be doing before Kotoko is not giving that, and that's the same thing that Costa is showing. So if Dacosta should come to Kotoko, he could compete with Babaya, but the pedigree, even though currently we seem to be playing better than Babaya, but I don't think a coach will have enough balls to throw him straight into the team. Like I said, which I believe said they are M1 at this point. I think it's 20 or 21. And before the FA Cup, media man Moses Parker had talking to him in Tapa. I know Brekum Chelsea also was talking to him. Personally, I would him to move to media.
Why?
Because
it's Kotoko too big for him.
Currently, I think it's too big for him. It's a move to media man. Media man is one club that media man is not a small club anyway. But you have the freedom to play. And then especially on the coach like Brian Tanko. Come on, or if you are on the Madewa being and then on him cry. So if you go to such a coach, he makes you become a better player. And then you become the better player. Probably next season or next 2 seasons, and you're going to sign you. It was a club that got Kotoko. But then for Kotoko club, no, it will be a good. It will be a very good offer for him as a player. But then personally, come on no shoes now. It can be good. But all the comedian one season, all the consigning for this one said they have a joke, no one in the public class. But yeah, it's a very fine time our standard. And then I don't think so Oba Nibabaya, yeah. And it will be said that one would have to go at a point. But Ankabena and Satan will have both players in their game. But yeah, so that's it.
And yesterday also in the game, the one Golden Kicks player, he wears the number, I think 90 or 99 shirt. He was
Bless
good
again.
with
Bless.
Okay.
So Bless took the man of the match in the semi-final they played at Champions League.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Bless, the man of the match awards since the Hartlepool game, Hartlepool also Dacosta took, Carolina Dacosta took quarterfinal, semi-final, Bless took it. And plus, to minimum of the match. because of the penalty, wahala and everything, you've not even gotten a chance to see them post man of the match award. Yes, probably to come, but Blaise wasn't very far. I think on the ball free kick, that is saying. I'm actually, but any moment if it's him, so it's honestly very fine. But maybe Blaise a kind of kakra. But if once 3 or 4 players in the Golden Kicks team who deserve to go, probably is there. Grapman, Amazu, Blaise, and then what was it? Dacosta. Only a very fine players and they'll do well.
Okay, sure. So yesterday, Mohamed Kamara was also in post for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and Kotoko has signed a new goalkeeper. So there was a rumor on X on Twitter that so Frederick Asari is definitely leaving the club.
So after the game, I spoke to one big man related to
Big man.
Okay. Related to.
Can you mention the name?
Oh, I can't. Okay. Related to Frederick Asari.
Is it the manager?
Who is the manager?
Of Frederick Asari.
Who is the manager?
I've forgotten the name, but you are saying big man.
Do you know his manager?
Personally, no.
Did you see him talking to him? I spoke to one man who was related to Frederick Asari, and then he didn't sound like Frederick Asari going to be at Kotoko because I learned his contract as scout and then already, and then if he's still live, it's going to be on free transfer. I'm just looking at whether you're playing Ghana, which I doubt. So, but we're around and you'll be quite never. Uncle Pescan, yes, Uncle Pescan. I'm from Ghana, yeah,
okay, so yesterday, how did the backroom staff affect Kumasi Asante Kotoko leading to their win of the MTN Africa?
I think Zito was outplayed in the first half. Okay. Zito was outplayed in the first half. Not Zito. I don't know when you are so Zito concert. You mean Zito concert. You know when you first half now. But I think one thing he told even before the substitution was that he told the guys to reduce the tempo of the game and the intensity of the game. So first I realized the intensity was to make and then we can not include the age Kotoko. So back again I realized that Kotoko say young to your phone to phone. Almost slow game now. Almost slow game now. Only players in the bank. So the contact was there. So now when I second half, name Chawum Pa. Because any week we jump power, matches, everyone now. Oh, yeah, my come. And I think that an old boy, because Zito is going to come in second half. Okay, big disaster. So I think that Zito's game reading was top, and then he adapted to it very well. He made sure he grew into the game, and then did what was supposed to be done because the guys he brought on, Manawenchi Nakoji ball now, Okodi guy off the ball, Neko, Kwame won a penalty in Korea. Yes, Manawenchi he was fine. And then one thing that I thought he could do a was Peter Kwame do. But then Kakra, because people don't really have wingers, yeah, you could try them into the team, but that is fine. He did well.
Okay, so now Kotoko has won the MTN Cup. And MTN Cup. So the MTN Cup, Kotoko has won the MTN Cup, and they will be playing the CAF Confederation Cup. So how do you think they will perform? Even though the competition hasn't started yet, based on their performances yesterday, do you think that they will perform well or better in the CAF Confederation Cup?
Okay, yeah, so I think I'll leave that to the comment section. I mean, for them to tell us whether they think Kotoko would perform better in MTN Cup or not, or what they should do to come off better in that cup. And don't forget, so comment now, like now, subscribe. Watch it to this end. Akwe, merci beaucoup. I'm our guest and I did it with Joycelyn, and it's a bye for now.